The fourth most widely practiced religion in the world, Buddhism, has over 500 million followers worldwide, with nearly half this number in China alone, and almost the entire following concentrated in Asia. Buddhism was founded in India more than 2,500 years ago. The four core beliefs, or the Four Noble Truths, are the basis of Buddhism. The first noble truth is, life is dukkha, a Sanskrit word meaning suffering. That suffering exists in this world. The obvious suffering, which is physical, is that all humans are born, they age, get old, fall sick and eventually die. Humans are sad and dissatisfied because they tend to cling on to temporary things. No matter what your circumstances, you end up losing everything, aging and dying. All this is dukkha. Humans resist change, and when things do not measure up to their expectations, they feel sad. This sadness may not be limited to physical pain alone, but also mental agony arising from loneliness, fear, and frustration. The second noble truth is called dukkha samudaya, meaning source of suffering. That desire is the source of all suffering and grief. Desire is deep-rooted and can be segregated as greed, ignorance, and hatred. We crave for things which others have and we do not. It is the craving for material objects, the craving for sensual pleasures. When one need is satisfied, another arises, and this vicious circle continues, which usually is not need, but our greed. Also, due to ignorance, we want everything to remain the same: our possessions, our families, our relationships. Little do we realize that all that we see is transcendent, and the only thing constant is change. We see what others have and feel jealous and generate hatred, which burns us from inside. The third noble truth is dukkha nirodha, or the cessation of suffering and curbing of human desires. Desires are endless, like a fire which consumes everything it gets and demands more fuel. The only way of stopping it is to stop giving more fuel. The Buddha preached that suffering can be overcome and happiness can be attained. For this, we should be content with what we have and find inner peace through spiritual discipline without attachments and let go of our cravings. In this way, we can free ourselves from suffering. The last and fourth noble truth is dukkha nirodha marg, the path that leads to the end of pain and suffering. Buddha calls it the Eightfold Path, or the middle way. The practice of this Eightfold Path will end the cycle of pain and suffering and help achieve enlightenment, or nirvana. Present-day Buddhism has adapted to changing times and is still relevant till this day. It propagates a rational approach with clear explanations of the possible challenges we face in our everyday life and solutions to deal with them effectively. According to Buddhist thinking, both happiness and grief are under our control. We can choose the path to happiness through meditation and mindful living.